Hello, wonderful viewers. As we welcome the bright hues and the fresh sense of spring, I thought it would be appropriate to go over some things to watch for if you have COPD, asthma, or other breathing problems because spring, it's one of my favorite seasons. I love it. I love it when it gets warmer out. But there are some things that you have to watch for if you have breathing problems. So, the very first thing is allergen awareness. It's important that you know what your allergens are in the area where you live. I know around here it's going to be pollen, so that's the first thing that's going to bloom and it's going to be all over the place. But it's important that you figure out what the allergen is in your area, what you need to watch for, because once you know that, then you can start checking things like sometimes you can get an app that'll give you the different allergens in your area and how bad they are that specific day. So that way you can kind of plan your day around if you need to go outside and do things. Um, as far as pollen goes, early in the morning is really good to go out, and also right after a rain is good. So if you happen to be able to time it around something like that, then that's perfect. Now, the other thing you need to watch for is changes in humidity. So it will change, it'll go up and it'll go down in the spring. So whenever the humidity goes up, you tend to have a little bit, I'm going to say, kind of heaviness when you breathe. So if the humidity is high, it would be great if you had like a dehumidifier in your house for sure, and if you could have one in your bedroom, that would be great. And then, of course, if the humidity goes down, it can cause the opposite. So you can get really dry and your airways can get irritated. So if the humidity is really low, then a humidifier in your room would be ideal. Now, next, I have outdoor activities. So normally in the spring, you want to get out, you want to start doing more things outside. So, especially walking or just going to the park. So, if you are someone who likes these things, once again, look and see how the allergens are for that day, when they're going to be the worst or the best, and kind of plan around that. Also, if you wear like synthetic fibers like polyester, smooth things, then if pollen happens to be in the air blowing around, it's less likely to stick to you than if you were wearing something fuzzy that it can stick and then hang on to your clothes. So that's just a little tip there. But also just planning the day around when you're going to be able to breathe the best, and then do the outdoor activities then. And then finally, everybody wants to spring clean, myself included. I can't wait to get everything cleaned up. So, just some tips for that. Make sure that you're not using any kind of harsh chemicals that are going to make your lungs react. And on top of that, you want to make sure that you are dusting every day and vacuuming or sweeping your floors every day. That way, if you're outside and you're bringing all of these allergens into the house, then you can get rid of that and you don't have to worry about them just sitting there. Also, you need to make sure that you're changing um, all of the air vents. Just make sure they're nice and clean. And then you want to also be using HEPA filters in your air conditioning system. So that's another thing that you want to check on in the spring before you start turning all of that stuff on. But other than that, spring is awesome, but it will help you if you can kind of just get a game plan together on how to deal with the breathing side of things just to make it a little more enjoyable for you.